In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single new playoff Evo from worst all the way to best in NBA 2K23 My Team. So far from the playoffs, we've gotten 18 new Evo cards, as you guys can see here with the Evo updates. The first one was the 7 cards with the Jalen Brunson, the Josh Hart. This was for day 1 of the playoffs. And day 2 was the second one that I just showed you guys that has 8 cards that got Evo'd. And then finally today, we did get 3 new Evos from yesterday's games from the Kings and Warriors, and then the 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets. So in total, there's going to be 18 new Evo cards, playoff Evos, and I'll be ranking them from the worst all the way up to the best. You guys can see right now which are the best cards to look for to buy just to pick up on your squads, or maybe to invest in again because they might go crazy in the playoffs and even get more of an upgrade. So let me know in the comment section down below which is your new favorite playoff Evo card from all 18 of them, which ones you guys maybe have on your squad or are looking to pick up. But at the number 18 spot is going to be the Diamond Gabe Vincent, and obviously I am talking about all of them after their Evo, not before the Evo. So he's going to be a 6'3" point guard with a 6'8" wingspan. I just feel like his defense is pretty mediocre, only having a 35 block, 78 steal, 79 interior defense. I mean, yeah, sure, he's got a good perimeter and a good lateral quickness, but he's only 6'3", doesn't have the best defensive badges, definitely missing a lot for like defense. And then he only does have a 60 driving dunk, 60 strength. His jump shot is probably good. I would say it's nothing too crazy. He's got the Dion Waiters base, which is decent. And then he's got good dribble sigs. He's not like a terrible card. I just do think there's going to be a lot better playoff Evos currently in the game. But at number 17 is going to be the new Galaxy Opal Davion Mitchell. He's a point guard, shooting guard, and the big problem with him is he's only 6 foot. If he was like 6'3" or 6'4", I would rank him a lot higher on this list because his stats are very well rounded. He's going to be a Galaxy Opal, tons of Hall of Fame badges, actually really good defensive stats. He's got good dribble sigs. He's just 6 foot. It's hard to rank a card that's only 6 foot at the point guard position, much higher than 17. At the number 16 spot though is going to be another undersized card, and that is the Diamond Caleb Martin. He's a 6'5" small forward with a 6'10" wingspan. At least he's a little bit more playable in game, I will say, than Davion Mitchell because he's 6'5". I know it's at small forward, so you're probably going to have super tall point guard or shooting guard. I don't think any of these first couple cards for the playoff Evos are really going to be worth adding to your squad or using on your team unless you're a big fan of that team or you like the player. But Caleb Martin, I think, comes in at number 16. At number 15 is going to be the Pink Diamond Josh Hart, another super undersized card, only 6'4" at the shooting guard position. He does have a 6'8" wingspan though, and a very solid player model, pretty good defensive stats all around. I mean, once again, not a bad card on paper. He's got Hall of Fame Deadeye, guard up, limitless range, clamp breaker, quick first step. He's got Hall of Fame anchor, box out beast, pogo stick, brick wall, or sorry, not brick wall, pogo stick, rebound chaser, and workhorse on Hoff. And then his jump shot, it isn't like terrible on very quick timing. He's got some pretty good dribble sigs. Once again, if this card was 6'6", 6'7", maybe even 6'8", he would be a lot better at the shooting guard spot. But I do have Josh Hart as the 15th best playoff Evo card. At the number 14 spot is going to be the Galaxy Opal Jalen Brunson. There's just a lot of undersized cards to start off these the list, going from the worst to the best. A lot of these guys are just super undersized. I mean, Jalen Brunson only being a 6'2" point guard, but if you are a Knicks fan or you like Jalen Brunson, which I know a lot of people do, including myself, like I do like Jalen Brunson's game. I think he's very entertaining to watch. It's just, in my team, is it going to be that good of a card? No. Is he fun to use? Probably yes. So if you're using him for the fun factor, I'm sure he'll be a very fun point guard, but overall not going to be that great in my opinion. At the number 13 spot is going to be the Diamond Paul Reed. I mean, once again, a tad bit undersized, only being 6'9" at the power forward position with a 7'1" wingspan. I'm trying to get the undersized cards out the way because, I mean, do you want to use a 6'9" power forward? I mean, you can. He's probably a little bit more usable than like a 6 foot point guard or a 6'4" shooting guard. Like, he's probably a little bit more usable at the power forward position, also having really good defensive stats like a 94 perimeter, 92 lateral quickness, 97 steal. So he does have some good defensive stats, and I would say all around is not terrible. At the number 12 spot is going to be the Diamond Bruce Bowen. Sorry, that's the other Bruce, the Diamond Bruce Brown. He's going to be a shooting guard, point guard, 6'4" with a 6'9" wingspan. I mean, he is a little bit more usable because he's 6'4" at the point guard position and does have some decent all-around stats. His stats really don't blow me off they definitely don't aren't crazy. They don't blow you off the charts. But decent all-around stats. I mean, nothing too crazy. Good Hall of Fame badges on the card. Nothing crazy about him. I would say is at number 12. Number 11, in my opinion, is going to be the Galaxy Malik Monk. Another underrated undersized card, I will say, only being 6'3" at shooting guard with a 6'5" wingspan. Would have been a lot more usable in game if he was a point guard, but I still think offensively he's going to be a bucket. He's a very fun card to use. He's got a capable jump shot. I do like his release. He's got the Steph Curry escape, which means he can Curry slide, which is obviously nice to see. So I would say number 11 for Malik Monk is going to be fair because he's undersized, but all around does have great stats and badges and really good animations. But at the number 10 spot is going to be Diamond Torrey Craig, and this is probably our first like actually usable, playoff Evo card. He's not going to be amazing in game, but I would say he's probably our first playable, usable card from the playoff Evos. He's 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan at the small forward position. And he's just all around decent. There's nothing too crazy about Torrey Craig. His jump shot is solid, having the Channing Frye base and the JJ Barea upper. Basically, it's a decent release. Nothing too crazy. He's good at going to the basket. Got very decent defensive stats. Nothing crazy about Torrey Craig. He's just 6'7" at small forward, and it's probably like the only card we've talked about so far that isn't like kind of undersized at their position. At the number 9 spot though is going to be Tyrese Maxey. Kind of going back down to the undersized cards, but just all around, he has great stats and badges. He's only 6'2" though. And that's the big problem with the card, because if he was 6'5" or 6'6", we could be talking about a top 10 to 15, 20 point guard in the game. He's got a very good jump shot. At least I liked it on the diamond version. He's got very elite dribble sigs with the Trae Young escape, which is the best escape in the game, and the Kyle Lowry size up. So his movement's going to be really quick. He's good at getting downhill and dunking the ball. And then he's also got great defensive stats and gold badges as well. And then he's got Hall of Fame anchor and Hall of Fame clam. So if he was taller, he would be a lot higher in this list, but I do think Tyrese Maxey is the 9th best playoff Evo card. At the number 8 spot is going to be Tobias Harris, for one reason, because he's actually like a decent height for his position, being 6'9" small forward with a 6'11" wingspan. Nothing too crazy about this card. Like, I would say Tyrese Maxey probably has better stats and badges and animations, but Tobias Harris is way better height for his position. He doesn't have a good size up. His dunk packages are decent. I'm not the biggest fan of the Kobe escape compared to like the Wall escape or the Curry escape or the Trae escape. I think those three are a lot better than the Kobe, but just decent all around card. And I think he's going to come in at number 8. Number 7 is going to be the Galaxy Kevin Love. A decent power forward. Like, he's 6'10", 6'11" wingspan. We know he's going to be a really good stretch forward. 97 3 ball, 95 mid-range, tons of good Hall of Fame shooting badges, including Agent 3, Amped, Blinders, Catch and Shoot, Claymore, Corner Specialist, Deadeye, Green Machine, Guard Up, Limitless, Range. He's got good defensive hoffs and golds. I mean, just a solid card. Got a jump shot on very quick timing, has some pretty good dribble sigs. I would say K Love comes in at number, I think 7, right? Because he was 9, right? 10, 9, 8, 7. So I think number 6 is going to be the new Galaxy Cameron Johnson. I actually did a gameplay on this card, so if you want to go check it out, I think he's a very decent small forward. Like, he has a great jump shot. That's probably the best thing about this card. He's 6'8" at the 3 with a 6'10" wingspan. Decent all around stats, nothing too crazy there, but he's got a great jump shot on very quick timing. He's got the Trae Young leaner. He's got great dribble sigs. His movement is good. He feels quick with the ball in his hands, good at getting downhill. I mean, Cameron Johnson, solid. I would say comes in at number 6. At number 5, though, is going to be the Galaxy Jamal Murray, a great 6'4" point guard, especially on the offensive end, also having a 6'7" wingspan. I might move Cameron Johnson above Jamal Murray. He does have the Trae escape, he does have the Trae leaner, and he's going to be nice on the offensive end, but I think Cameron Johnson is probably a tad bit more usable at that small forward position. So I'll have Jamal Murray at 6 and Cameron Johnson at 5. Number 4 is going to be the Galaxy Derek White, a very underrated point guard, being 6'4" with a 6'7" wingspan. Stats other than the driving dunk are pretty much perfect for an Opal card. Great defensive stats, really good offensive, like I said, besides the 75 driving dunk. I do think his jump shot is super knockdown. I think it's a great release, and then he's also got really good dribble sigs. I think him and Cameron Johnson is very close of who to put at number 5 and who to put at number 4, but I do have Derek White at the number 4 spot. At number 3 is going to be the Galaxy Austin Reeves. He's a 6'5" point guard with a 6'6" wingspan. I think him and Derek White are very close once again, but I like Reeves' ability to get downhill a little bit better, and I also do prefer his jump shot a tad bit more, and then I also do like the Trae escape compared to I think Derek White has the Curry escape. And then the size up between the Trae and the Donovan Mitchell is very similar as well. So I just like Austin Reeves' animations a little bit more. He's got a way higher driving dunk, and all around are very similar cards. And then at the number 2 spot is going to be another point guard, and it's going to be the only playoff Evo Dark Matter, and that is the De'Aaron Fox. So a card that wasn't previously a Dark Matter. He is the only one right now in the game. I know there's other playoff Dark Matters, but he's the only playoff Evo that does have a Dark Matter card. He's going to be a 6'3" point guard with a 6'7" 6'6" wingspan, so a bit undersized for the point guard position, but he's still a dark matter, has a tray escape, jump shot, and very quick timing, which is a super quick jump shot, quick drops off one, you know, all around great stats and badges. But at number 1, even though he's not a dark matter, I think Rui Hachimura is going to be the best playoff Evo card currently in my team. He's a 6'8" small forward, 6'10" wingspan. Stats are very well rounded. Yes, his defense could be a little bit better, but he's got such a good jump shot. Like, this Rui base is honestly one of my new favorite bases in the game. And then they also gave him some elite dribble sigs. He's got some of the best dunk packages in the game. You know, all around, I just think he's a very, very solid small forward in the game, and I do think he's the best playoff Evo card. But let me know in the comment section down below, out of all 18 playoff Evos, which one is your favorite? Who do you guys think is the best? All the type of stuff, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.